Cadets, so study I taught you adsorption isotherm means variation of extent of adsorption with the pressure keeping temperature constant, because the meaning of isotherm means temperature should be constant. Now today I am going to teach you adsorption isobar. So iso means same, bar means pressure. So here also same thing is there. Extent of adsorption keeping the pressure constant. Are you getting my point or not? Means adsorption isotherm is the variation of adsorption with the increase of temperature at constant pressure. Here same thing is there, only the thing is there we were plotting the graph between pressure and extent of adsorption, that is x by m, keeping the temperature constant. Here same thing will do, only the thing is we will plot graph between x by m and temperature keeping the pressure constant. So what is the adsorption isobar? Adsorption isobar is nothing but a variation of extent of adsorption with increasing the temperature by keeping the pressure constant. So we can write in this way also, it is nothing but a graphical plot between x by m and temperature at constant pressure, and you know x is the mass of adsorbate and m is the mass of adsorbent. And always remember there are two types of adsorption, physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. So adsorption isobar is different for physical and chemical adsorption. This is the only reason, that is why adsorption isobar is used to distinguish between physical adsorption and chemical adsorption, because their graphical plot is different for physical as well as chemical adsorption. How it is different and what is their graphical relation will teach you now. So dear cadets, you just see the adsorption isotherm in case of physical adsorption. Just try to understand, this side what is there, temperature is there, this side what is there, OY axis, extent of adsorption, that is x by m is there. So now try to understand here, as the temperature increases, the extent of physical adsorption decreases. Just see, this is downward slope is there. So in observation what is written, as the temperature increases the extent of adsorption decreases. What is the reason? Already you know the reason. Try to understand, in case of physical adsorption between adsorbate and adsorbent, what is there? There is the existence of van der Waals forces. Means through van der Waals forces only adsorbate gets attracted towards the adsorbent. When you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of the adsorbate molecules will increase, and which will be sufficient enough to overcome the van der Waals forces which are existing between adsorbate and adsorbent. That is why they will go away from the surface of adsorbent. This is the only reason that the rate of physical adsorption decreases with the increase of temperature. Now what is the case with the chemical adsorption? You know, in chemical adsorption what is there? We'll make the graph and then explain you. So dear cadets, now this is the graph in case of chemical adsorption. Just try to understand. Initially what is happening? The extent of chemical adsorption increasing, then reaches to the top. Okay. Now afterwards it starts decreasing. Okay. This is the observation. So initially what is happening? Initially the rate of or extent of chemical adsorption increases with the increase of temperature, then starts decreasing with the increase of temperature. Okay. What is the reason? What may be the possible reason of such kind of behavior of adsorbate and adsorbent which are forming the chemical bond with each other? Very simple reason is there. Just try to understand, In chemical adsorption, chemical bond is formed. You know very well, I have already explained in the characteristics of physical and chemical adsorption. So, in case of chemical adsorption, chemical bond is formed. Okay. And for the formation of chemical bond, what is there? Activation energy is required. Molecule should be activated. So, initially what is there? When you increase the temperature, those molecules, they gain that energy to activate their molecules. Here the meaning of molecules means adsorbent and adsorbate. They will activate themselves. They will get ready themselves for the formation of chemical bond. That is why initially what is there? The rate of or extent of adsorption increases. Okay. Now entire surface of adsorbent is occupied by the adsorbate molecules now. Okay. So their entire surface is covered now. Now suppose you are still increasing the temperature, then what would be there? Those adsorbate molecules, now they will gain the kinetic energy. And what will start now? Desorption will start now. Now they will run away from the surface of adsorbent. That is why the rate of adsorption is decreasing now. So just try to understand, here answer is written. Chemical adsorption need activation energy. Initially supplied heat is utilized to activate the molecules so that the chemical bond should form. When entire surface of adsorbent is occupied by the adsorbate, then desorption process will start. Because kinetic energy of adsorbate will increase and they run away from the surface. So this is the reason, that is why chemical adsorption initially increases, then starts decreasing. Dear cadets, now I am teaching you catalyst and catalysis. Try to understand, there is one more aspect of adsorption. Adsorption is almost finished. That is means application of adsorption. I am not teaching this one because in catalyst and catalysis topic there are some role of adsorption. So first I would like to complete this one, because once I will complete, so application of adsorption automatically you will come to know. There are so many applications, definitely I will cover that one also. But if I will not complete this one, then there would be problem in the understanding in the adsorption, means application of adsorption. So let us first finish the catalyst and catalysis. So just see. Catalyst, you know, there is no problem in understanding the catalyst. Generally, catalysts are the inorganic substance which may increase or decrease the rate of reaction but remain unchanged in terms of mass and chemical composition at the end of reaction. Means what is there? Number one thing, they are the inorganic substance. Means 99.9% they are inorganic substance. Okay. Second one, they may increase or decrease the rate of reaction but remain unchanged in terms of chemical composition and mass at the end of reaction. Means they do not take part in the chemical reaction. That is why their chemical composition is remain unchanged. Okay. And their mass is also remains unaffected. Let us see one example. This is the one chemical reaction. Potassium chlorate. You know this one potassium chlorate. This is used in the firecrackers. And this method is laboratory preparation of oxygen. So try to understand, potassium chlorate decomposed into potassium chloride and oxygen at the temperature 653 Kelvin to 873 Kelvin. Just see, catalyst you have not taken. So if you have not taken catalyst, then you have to take, means this reaction will happen at very high temperature. And the same reaction, when you take the catalyst, that is MnO2. What is this one? MnO2, manganese dioxide. So same reaction is occurring at temperature 473 Kelvin to 633 Kelvin. 473 Kelvin to 633 Kelvin. You just see, earlier same temperature was 653. Now this is 473. Now final temperature what? 873. This is 633. Means at low temperature only this reaction is happening. Means the decomposition of potassium chlorate is taking place at low temperature. So whose role is here? The role has been performed by the MnO2. Because of the presence of MnO2, this reaction is decomposing, or this substance is decomposing at lower temperature. So this is the definition of catalyst and role of catalyst. Now what is the catalysis? So catalysis is nothing but a phenomenon of catalyzing the reaction. So we can say catalysis is the process of catalyzing the reactions, chemical reactions or processes. Just you can write here phenomenon. Here first write the heading catalysis. Catalysis, phenomenon of altering the rate of reaction. Phenomenon of altering the rate of reaction by catalyst is known as catalysis. Okay, so what is this one? This is the phenomenon of altering the rate of reaction by catalyst. So what is the difference between catalyst and catalysis? It is the name of phenomenon. Catalysis is the name of phenomenon or process. And what is the catalyst? Catalyst is the name of substance. Okay, so catalyst is only doing the catalysis. Okay, so without the presence of catalyst, catalysis will not be there. Means the rate of reaction will not be altered. Rate of reaction will not be altered. Now types of catalyst. Types of catalyst. Types of catalyst. There are two types of catalyst. First one is positive catalyst. Second one is negative catalyst. Negative catalyst. So just try to understand what is the positive catalyst, which increase the rate of reaction. Okay, catalyst which increase the rate of reaction. Remember, generally catalyst word is used with reference to the positive catalyst only nowadays. So the catalyst which increase the rate of reaction. Catalyst which increase the rate of reaction, that is known as positive catalyst. There are so many examples I will write here. What is the negative catalyst? Just reverse of this one. Catalyst which decrease the rate of reaction. Catalyst which decrease the rate of reaction, that is known as negative catalyst. Now just see, we'll write some reactions with examples that their rate of reaction is increased by catalyst and where the rate of reaction is decreased by catalyst. Remember two things. Positive, nowadays catalyst word is used with reference to positive catalyst only. Means it is generally believed that catalyst is increasing the rate of reaction. Now negative catalyst word is used in case of inhibitor, because inhibitors are those substances which decrease the rate of reaction. That is why for the negative catalyst inhibitor word is used. So please remember this one. Negative catalyst means inhibitor. Positive catalyst means catalyst. Okay. Now some reactions. Examples of reactions where catalyst is playing means increasing the rate of reaction. Examples of positive catalyst and examples of negative catalyst. So dear cadets, now examples of positive catalyst. Last year contact process you have studied. Contact process. This is the method of preparation of concentrate H2SO4. Okay. So just see. In this process, just see, we are taking the sulfur. Sulfur react with the oxygen and form sulfur dioxide. This sulfur dioxide react with the nascent oxygen in presence of platinum and vanadium pentaoxide. Vanadium pentaoxide. Okay. So now here what is formed? SO3. This SO3 will not react directly with water and form H2SO4. This react with H2SO4 which has already prepared earlier, just like for the preparation of curd. The old sample of curd is needed or not. So similarly, this is the method of preparation of H2SO4. Here you can write method of preparation of H2SO4. That is the contact process. So H2SO4. So here what will form? H2S2O7. What is this one? Oleum. What is this one? Oleum. Oleum will form. Now this oleum H2S2O7 will react with the water and it form 2 molecules of H2SO4. 2 molecules of H2SO4. Now this H2SO4 is utilized for some other activity. So what I am going to teach you here, PT and V2O5, they are the catalyst and they are increasing the rate of reaction. That is why PT and V2O5 is PT. Who is the positive catalyst here? PT and V2O5. They are the positive catalyst. What about negative catalyst? There are so many reactions where catalysts are, just here only write negative catalyst. Negative catalyst. Just see the negative catalyst. Negative catalyst carbon monoxide, arsenic, they are used as negative catalyst. They are used as negative catalyst. Try to understand this here only in organic chemistry you will study. There is one reaction RCOOCl. This is acid chloride. It react with the hydrogen H and H. And here just see PDBaSO4. This is the catalyst PDBaSO4. And here you are writing just sulfur or quinoline. I am writing this side now. Quinoline. So this quinoline, what it is doing? It is poisoning these catalysts. And now here what is there? What is there? RCH double bond O plus HCl. So now here quinoline, this is decreasing the rate of reaction. That is why, means they are the negative catalyst. Some other reactions are also there. Just try to understand here. Here I am writing, just see. This is H2O2, hydrogen peroxide. Here what is there? acetinylide. This is the name of one substance. So when H2O2 decompose into H2O plus nascent oxygen. So when acetinylide is taken, then the decomposition of H2O2 is decreased. So acetinylide is here negative catalyst. What is this one? Negative catalyst. So remember, means not only this one, there are so many reactions where carbon monoxide, arsenic, here only you write acetinylide. They are the substance which decrease the rate of reaction, that is why they are known as negative catalyst. Okay, so in this way your positive and negative catalyst is also over. Dear cadets, here one question arises: how does positive catalyst increase the rate of reaction and a negative catalyst decrease the rate of reaction? In easy way you can understand. Positive catalyst actually decreasing the activation energy value, and you know the meaning of activation energy which is required to activate the molecules, means this energy is responsible for getting ready the reacting molecules for the chemical reaction. If any molecules does not have this energy, then what is there? It will not form the chemical bond, it will not be ready for the chemical reaction. So positive catalyst decrease the value of activation energy, means what is there? That molecules will require less amount of energy to undergo chemical reaction, that is why they increase the rate of reaction. What about negative catalyst? Actually negative catalyst, they are decreasing the rate of reaction. How they will decrease the rate of reaction? They will increase the activation energy value. So when activation energy value is very high, then what would be there? Same amount of energy may not be available at room temperature, then molecules will not be ready for the chemical reaction. In this way positive and negative catalyst increasing or decreasing the rate of reaction. I hope that you understood this one. Now there are some more terms, that is catalytic promoter and catalytic poisoning or catalytic poison. So just try to understand catalytic promoter. Catalytic promoter. So what is the meaning of catalytic promoter? Which increase the efficiency of catalyst, which increase the efficiency of catalyst. Catalytic promoter which increase the efficiency of catalyst is known as catalytic promoter. Just see the example. This is Haber process, N2 plus 3H2. This reaction takes place in presence of Fe/molybdenum. So this is equal to 2NH3, okay, ammonia. Okay, so just see here Fe is catalyst, okay, and what about MO? This is molybdenum, this is catalytic promoter, catalytic promoter. So what is the function of molybdenum here? Molybdenum increase the efficiency of iron, so that it can act in better way as far as catalyst work is concerned. So catalytic promoter are the substances which increase the efficiency of catalyst, that is known as catalytic promoter. And next term is catalytic poison, which decrease the efficiency of, just see here, catalytic poison, POISION, which decrease the efficiency of catalyst is known as catalytic poison. Catalytic poison. Just try to understand here. One example already I have given you, this one only, RC double bond O Cl, okay, plus here what is there, H and H. Here what is there? PDBASO4. Here what is there? Quinoline. So this quinoline here decreasing the efficiency of PD and BaSO4, and the product is here RCH double bond O plus HCl. So here what is there? Quinoline is catalytic poison. Catalytic poison. There are so many substances which act as a catalytic poison. These substances means CO, arsenic, they are also, here only you can write, they are also catalytic. You can see they are also used as a catalytic poison. Carbon monoxide and arsenic, they also act as a catalytic poison in many reactions. So now here questions arises here, how catalytic promoter increase the efficiency of catalyst, and how catalytic poison decrease the efficiency of catalyst. So just see, write down here, catalytic promoter increase the efficiency of catalyst by increasing the free valencies at its surface. Okay, increasing the free valencies at its surface. What about catalytic poison? Catalytic poisons are so catalytic promoter increase the efficiency of catalyst because they increase the free valencies at the surface of catalyst, and catalytic poison they decrease. How they decrease the rate of reaction? Because they decrease the free valencies at its surface. Okay, so just see, only free valence. How catalyst is working? Catalyst is working because of its free valencies. If free valencies are there, then only it can adsorb at its surface with the reactant molecules or to the reactant molecules. Now in case of catalytic promoter, they increase the free valencies so that more number of reacting species can adsorb at the surface of catalyst. So they are increasing efficiency by increasing their free valency. Catalytic poison, they decrease the efficiency of catalyst by decreasing the free valencies. If free valencies are not there, free surfaces are not there, then what is there? Where reactant will be adsorbed or where reactant will be making bond. That is why catalytic poison decrease the efficiency of catalyst. In this way, this is also completed. Now once again I am telling you, in terms of negative catalyst, inhibitor word is used. So what are the inhibitor? Catalytic inhibitor which decrease the efficiency of catalyst, that is they are catalytic inhibitor, or negative catalyst which decrease the rate of reaction. So don't get confused. Catalyst means positive catalyst only. Catalyst means always used for increasing the rate of reaction. But suppose you want to decrease the rate of reaction, then you should use the word catalytic inhibitor. Catalytic inhibitor or simple inhibitor means which decrease the rate of reaction, that is inhibitor. In place of negative catalyst, we should use word inhibitor which inhibit the rate of reaction, that is inhibitor. Okay, in this way this is also completely completed. Now two more. Now cadets, characteristics of catalyst. You just see in chemical kinetics chapter only the characteristics of catalyst I have discussed. Again I am just rewinding what is there. The first characteristics is catalyst will not involve in the chemical reaction. They only increase or decrease the rate of reaction. Number one thing. What is the second one thing? Catalyst does not affect the equilibrium. It only helps in the fast attainment of equilibrium. Always remember, catalyst will not affect the equilibrium state. It only helps in the fast attainment of equilibrium. It helps in the fast attainment of equilibrium. What is the third one? Catalyst, especially positive catalyst, they decrease the activation energy value and provide alternative path for the completion of any reaction. Okay. Now fourth one, catalyst will not change the overall energy. Overall energy means delta E, enthalpy, delta H. They will not affect. Okay. So these are some of the characteristics of catalyst. I am not writing here because already you have written in that case. So 4-5 catalyst is there, characteristics is there. One more characteristics of catalyst is there. Catalyst provide the surface area for the effective collision. So now another thing is role of catalyst. What is the role of catalyst? So basically there are two roles of catalyst. Basically, number one, it provides surface area for the effective collision. Surface area for effective collision. Actually, catalyst surface area, there are so many free valencies. At those free valencies, adsorbate or reacting molecules come, and through diffusion they come and they make bond with the adsorbent. So now the nearness between reacting molecules are more, so they will collide with each other, and as you know, without collision there is no product formation. So what is there? Number one thing is they provide the surface area for the effective collision, and at the surface of catalyst only effective collision will be taken place. Second one is it provides alternative path for the completion of reaction by decreasing the rate of reaction. By decreasing the activation energy value. Completion of reaction by decreasing the activation energy value. So basically catalyst is playing these two roles only. So in this way the duration of today's video is almost completed. Now tomorrow I will teach you the type of catalysis. Thank you.